Jeffrey Dahmer. The name alone sends a chill down your spine, right? He wasn't a shadowy figure lurking in the dark. He was the guy next door. Friendly, quiet, and, as we later learned, hiding unimaginable horrors behind the door of apartment 213. Let's rewind to July 22nd, 1991. Tracy Edwards bolts barefoot from Dahmer's apartment, a handcuff dangling from his wrist. He flags down police, desperate, and tells them about Jeffrey. The cops check it out, expecting maybe a domestic dispute. Inside, Dahmer tries to play it off. Just a misunderstanding, he insists. But then one officer finds a stack of Polaroids, real gruesome Polaroids. The truth is out, and Dahmer's arrested on the spot. But what they had just uncovered was so much worse than anyone could imagine. A severed head in the fridge, more in the freezer, a blue drum in the corner filled with torsos dissolving in acid, and an entire catalog of body parts, skulls, hearts, bones meticulously kept. Over 80 photos documenting every step. It's a house of horrors, and Dahmer's calm confession only deepens the nightmare. So how did he get here? Born in 1960 to a broken home in Milwaukee, Dahmer was obsessed with death from a young age. His parents' constant fighting, his mother's struggles with mental illness, and his isolation all laid the groundwork. By high school, he was already an alcoholic. After graduation, left alone in Ohio, his dark urges took over. His first murder? Stephen Hicks in 1978. Dahmer was just 18. He picked up Hicks hitchhiking, killed him with a dumbbell, dissolved his remains in acid, and scattered the bones in the woods. 9 years passed before he killed again, but then the floodgates opened. Victims, mostly young men of color from the LGBTQ plus community, lured with promises of money or companionship, were drugged, strangled, and mutilated, sometimes cannibalized. Now here's where it gets even more chilling. There were so many red flags, so many moments when this could have stopped. One victim, 14-year-old Konarak Syntha Symphony, actually escaped. Neighbors called police, but Dahmer convinced them it was just a lover's spat. The officers believed him, handed the drugged, bleeding boy back to Dahmer, and left. That decision was fatal. Neighbors had complained for months about foul smells, screaming, and strange noises, but again and again, Dahmer's explanations, bad meat, dead fish, were enough. The system failed time after time, allowing his spree to continue. When Dahmer was finally caught, his confession was almost chillingly casual. 17 murders, laid out in detail. In court, he pleaded guilty but insane. The jury didn't buy it. He was sentenced to life, but prison justice was swift. He was killed by a fellow inmate in 1994. Today, the site of his apartment is an empty lot, a stark reminder of the lives lost and the warning signs ignored. Dahmer's story isn't just about one monster. It's about the cracks in a system and the real people who fell through. If you want more deep dives into true crime's darkest corners, hit that subscribe button. Stay curious, stay safe, and remember, monsters don't always look like monsters.